Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Steinauer. Well, it is back to school time, and I, for one, can hardly believe this. My kids were back to school last week. I wasn't ready for it. It's too soon. But let's talk about what you should be looking for your child back to school if they have some problems with their vision. Now, before we do that, I want to talk to you about how you can connect with us. Call us if you're local at 618-288-1489. If you're not local and you still want to connect with us, we would love that, and you can do so. Go to our website at visionforlifeworks.com. You can fill out a questionnaire, or if you want to just schedule a consultation to talk about how we could help you, then click on the button, schedule a consultation. Now, let's go back and talk about what are you looking for now that your child is back in school? What would indicate that they could potentially have a visual problem that might affect their ability to perform in the classroom? Well, certainly if your child is struggling with reading, learning to read, remembering words, if you feel like they are having problems with comprehension, maybe you feel that they are word guessing, where they might say, the wrong word. It might be chair, and they say Christmas. Okay, you're like, that's not Christmas, the word's chair, right? But they kind of word guess, and it makes sense. Some of the letters that they might say could be in the word that they said, but it's obvious that they didn't really look at the word that well. Maybe they don't remember a new word they've been taught. Maybe whenever they're reading, they skip over information or skip lines, or they forget what they've read. Maybe they skip even, a section and they don't even realize it. Maybe you see them kind of really wanting to follow along with their finger. Maybe it's taking a long time for them to do their homework when you think, well, that paper really probably shouldn't take that long. Other things that you could possibly see for your student is problems with lining up math problems. So if you see well, it's really great if it was just simple math, like 5 minus 1. But if there were, 4 or 5 or so digits and extended out, and then they had to subtract or add or multiply, and they had trouble lining up columns, that could indicate a visual problem. There are so many things that you could potentially notice. Even things like how they sit whenever they're reading or they're writing in school is really important to assess. And how they write on a piece of paper. Do they write it all scrunched up to one corner? Or do they write it big and blobby across the whole page? Maybe they start out neat. It gets bigger and blobby as it goes on. Maybe their spacing changes as they go on. And it's good for a while, and then the spacing is just all smashed, like everything's a run-on and there's no space between words. Maybe what you see is that they write uphill or downhill. Maybe their posture is unique, like they're sitting really close to something, or they're really twisting and contorting to the side when they do that. These are all things that can indicate there's something going on with your child's vision, which could affect them in school. Maybe it's something physical, like rubbing their eyes or complaining about headaches. Those are things to look for as well. Now, what do you do if you actually think there is a visual problem? Well, you want to schedule an appointment to have that evaluated. Now, you might say okay, well, we did that already for the school year and everything looked fine, and the doctor was like, there's no problem, or they needed glasses, or okay. Well, did they look at all of the visual skills that are associated with importance, like alignment of the eyes, focusing, using the two eyes together, whether or not there's depth perception, the ability to focus from one distance or line the eyes up from one distance to another? Was all that looked at? Did they look at something like a functional visual field, which we've talked about in other videos? Did they look at that? Did they look if they have double vision? So if all of those things weren't assessed, then you need a different type of assessment, which is called a binocular vision and functional vision assessment. And that will uncover a lot of things that could potentially be going on with your child's vision. Now, it's not your run-of-the-mill test. It's not going to take 10, 15, or even 20 minutes for you to do this. It's something that you're going to have to schedule some time for, like a block of time, like 3 hours, or maybe even a portion of the day, which is what our clinic does. So we schedule appointments in the morning where we look at alignment of the two eyes together. We usually kind of take a break for lunch, and then in the afternoon we do a different type of assessment, which is more of a multi-sensory assessment, and we're looking at lots of things like eye-hand coordination, certain visual skills that are like memory-based, discrimination, and we also do auditory testing. So there's a lot involved with finding out what could be going on with your child. If you happen to see any kind of I'm kind of wondering, why are they doing that when they're reading, studying, doing homework, or in the classroom? Don't let these things sideline your child for the school year or cause them to have a bad school year where they feel like they're not doing that great in school. We want your child to be very successful in school. So if you're local and you want to explore what can be done and maybe set up an appointment for your child to be evaluated with their functional vision and binocular vision, then call our clinic at 618-288-1489. Now, if you're not local to us and you want to kind of find out how we could possibly help you through your doctor, wherever you may live, you can still connect with us. Go to our website at visionforlifeworks.com. You've got two choices there. What you can do is you can either click on the button that is schedule a consultation directly with me, or you can click on the button that is that questionnaire button and fill out a questionnaire. Now, if you like the video, hit like. If you haven't done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you click on the bell icon and for all of our notifications so you get every video that we put out. And obviously, if you feel like this could be beneficial, please pass it on to someone who could benefit from it. Thank you.